You know what it is, where the April showers get ready coming, even though it's March, so we just rolling down the block. So now as we going up there, we got butterflies in our stomach, but at the same time, this is our regular lick. You know what I mean? So we pull up in front of the building on 160th, so now we get out and we run up in the joint. So we knock on the door, boom, boom, boom. So as we knock on the door, they yell back, who is it, who is it? You know what I mean? But of course they speaking in Spanish, que pasa, and all that, but I ain't trying to hear all that crap. Just come to the door so I can rob you and get this coke and get up out of there. I know they got drugs in there. So now when I run up in there and I'm ready to go get the drugs, here go Bob. Bob looking a little nervous. So we run up in there and now we pull the pistol on him. I throw the dude against the wall. Bob come in, he throw the other dude against the wall, and I tell him, yo, where the money and the drugs, booth out, you know what it is. So now we tell him that. Here he come, he like, we ain't got no drugs, Bobby, we ain't got no drugs. Man, I'm not trying to hear all that crap. You got drugs, man. So instead they come out and they bring out a little 80 grand. When they bring out the 80 grand, Bob happy with that. You know what I mean? We ain't never seen 80 grand. I'm talking about we little niggas right now. You know what I mean? So Bob come out with the 80 grand, you know what I mean? And got a little duffel bag on the ground. And I'm telling them like, nah, I know they got drugs in here. You know what I mean? Because they got to re-up. They got to have more drugs. You know what I mean? So now dude ain't trying to give it up. So I tell Bob, I know what we going to do. So I rip the lining out my coat and I stuff the 80 grand in the coat and I grab dude. I take him up the back stairs and I take him to the roof. When I get him to the roof, I figure I could scare him and put the gun in his face, threaten to shoot him, throw him off the roof. You know the whole nine. So now when we get up there ready to throw him off the roof, you know what I mean? Now all we hear is footsteps coming up. So now we hear the footsteps coming up. Next thing we hear is gunshots. Like, oh shit. So now I grab dude, I throw dude in front of me and I'm holding him as a shield. While I'm holding him as a shield and I'm doing my thing, he's squirming. His man come on there, so I just know he ain't gonna shoot. So I'm like, stop or I kill him, stop or I kill him. His man ain't trying to hit it. He just start busting, boom, boom, boom. So when he shoots, it hits my man that I'm holding my hostage on the right side. When he hit him on the right side, his body went limp to the left side, cause now he weak, that exposed my right side, boom. I catch a 45 in the right, you know what I mean? So now he shoots him again, boom. So now he catch him in the other side, the left side. So now he go limp to the right side. Now I catch a 38 from the other gunman in my left hip, and that joint spun me around more than the 45, the 38. I mean, come on, dog. So now I done spun around. Now he done fired again, hit me in the ass. I got shot in the right leg, left leg, you know, the ass. When I spin around, I get shot up in the chest, and I fall to the ground. But now I bust a couple times before I go off, and it got real quiet. I didn't hear nothing. I'm just laying there on the roof, my heart beating, boom, 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 boom. And I wonder what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, is this the end? I look over, I see my man Bob laying there with brain matter laid all over the floor. Oh man, not my man Bob, but I gotta get out of here. So I crawl over to the roof, you know what I mean, to the side of the roof, and I'm ready to jump off, but we 6 stories up. So how the hell I'm gonna jump? Oh my God. Bring me up. All right, there we go. So now I got Mary Jizzle in here. I'm gonna bring her in. We're doing a show because I've been gone for 26 years. The whole time I've been gone, you know, when I got locked up, white girls had big breasts and no bottoms. Even Pamela Anderson went and bought the first that I know of, you know, set of big boobs. You know, now I come home, you know, 26 years later, all the females got big boobs and they took it another step and they went to hitting them bong. Now they got some, you know, in the back joints, you know. So now, while that's moving like that, I'm wondering where or when did that begin? Because when I got locked up, the black girls had all the natural asses. And then I come home and now the white girls, what I see, got all the natural asses and the black girls is going to get injections. So that's what the first topic is going to be about.
I'm gonna bring a female up here, Mary Jizzle, that's gonna speak about it from that end. And then I'm gonna bring my man Boogie Black, one of the finest DJs out there, introduce himself, and we're gonna have a conversation about that. And if anyone want to come in, the link is in the bio at the top. Just scroll up to the top. You come in and you voice your opinion. All right. So now I'm about to bring Mary Jizzle up here. She ready? She getting her little camera right, making sure she did good to make her little debut over here today. So bring Mary Jizzle up. I got it right here. Here we go. Wow. All right. So introduce yourself.
Hello, YouTube world. My name is Mary Jane, aka Mary Jizzle, my nizzle, what's the dizzle? And I am one of the first ladies of Mecca Audio. I was there from the beginning. Well, not the actual beginning of when he was a baby, but the beginning of the movement for Mecca Audio. And today we're going to be talking about how things have changed since he left, mainly what guys like to talk about, big rump shakers, right? And so what my brother is saying is that when he left, most of the girls, they wanted to, have the Pamela Anderson Baywatch run with the big boobs bouncing. And, I was in the, back then, yeah, I was there too. But when he come home, all the girls now, everybody's jingling, baby. Everybody got the big apple bottoms. And mainly vanilla girls, he wants to say they're winning. I feel like they're just catching up.
So I had to take it down, but that's Mary Jizzle. I'm gonna bring up my man Boogie Black real quick. He gonna tell you who he is while she get it right.
You already know, man. It's your boy Boogie Black, Mr. State the Facts, 3:30, never would have made it, blame it on the Henny. And I'm definitely rolling with my brother, Unique Mecca Audio, since day one. We're gonna get into the right discussions, the right fun, a few topics, and I'm here. Let's do it, Yui.
All right. So, like I said, that's the first topic. If anybody want to come in, scroll up to the top of the comments. I got the link. You could come in. If you want to call in, the number is 917. We're going to put the number up on the screen, 917-680-9091. 680-9091, 917 area code if you want to call in, or you could come in directly into the show. And we got BK Finest out there. We got Mary Washington, you know what I mean? Dom's Wizard, it looked like. Okay, Tyrone White, Be Unique, Killer KA, just to name a few that we got in the house. But now, what do you think about that, though, Boogie? I come home and I see all these white girls got all the, there he is, and that. But the black girls, they don't spend their money lovely. Somebody put in the comments on my Instagram over at Unique Mecca Audio that the white girls, go to the gym more, and that's why they got it built like that. And the black girls, they don't go to the gym. They take the fast way out and go get the injections, So who you think, is carry on the best? So y'all put it in the comments and let me know, what you think about this topic. What you think, Bo?
Well, I don't think they carrying it on the best. What I think is once they got here, meaning like to the the hoods and the good places to live where the blacks was and everything. Once they moved down here, they was able to start eating that good soul food like the black girls was eating, and they found out that weight can carry on. And that's really my intake, because they started moving down here, to where we at. and they just started eating right and stuff, you know, and then they saw that it was holding on to their bodies, and that's been for the last 15, maybe 18 years. They moved down here, man, and you know, we got all the whites, we got, you know, we got all types of the Chinese, they doing their thing too.
But see, you just talking about New York, because you're saying down here. I'm talking about since I've been home, I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to Minnesota, I've been to Miami, Orlando, you know, St. Pete, all up and down, that Florida area. I've been to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, been to Charlotte, I've been to Norfolk, been to DC, I've been to Baltimore, and I've been to Philly. So I was all up and down the East Coast since I've been home. And everywhere I go, my brother, the white girls, to me, got more ass than the black girls and setting it out more, with naturalness. The black girls, it look good, but you can tell it's fake. No disrespect black girls, but just keeping it, what I mean? White women are working out. That's what I'm hearing. That's what Killer K said. The white women are working out. Now I'm gonna bring Mary Jizzle up so she can give her feedback. Hopefully she ain't buffering. You know what I mean? What's your feed on that though, Maylee? I'm saying that you already know where I'm at. Same thing as the Instagram joint that the white women got more ass to me, natural ass, than the black girls when I went in, it was all the way around. Somebody correct me.
Oh my God, brother, please. Have mercy on me, please. Have mercy on the sisters, okay? Now, let's get it straight, okay? They're just trying to catch up. That's all they ever been trying to do. It's not just the rumps, it's the lips, it started with the boobs, right? We was going to talk about the gradual start, how it was before when you left. Most of the girls was real, big, bouncy, and then all of a sudden you came home and it was just a whole new world, huh?
Most definitely. That's the point I'm making. Keep it going. Explain. You don't need me up here. Explain to them what you're saying. Finish the topic. That's exactly what it is. Do you agree with me or disagree? And why or why not? You gave a reason, but I want you to elaborate more as a female to us guys. I want to understand why the white women got more ass than the black girls, natural ass, and the black girls are spending their money. That's what I want to know. When I scroll through Instagram, I put up a bunch of pictures of nothing but ass all day on my page. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of dudes on my page. You know what I mean? A lot of females that like females on my page. And I'm too busy, no disrespect, with everything I'm doing, trying to get this YouTube. I'm trying to take it to another level to bring you a real program, because let me bring me up here for a minute so they understand what I'm doing here. I'm trying to turn this into a multimedia center so that when you come, you get good content. I don't have a problem of bringing other YouTubers on here to promote their brand. You understand? And we promote our brands together. You understand? That's where I'm at. And everybody, already know how I feel about flip-flopping public rat bastards and all that. But I don't have an issue. If you ratted, that's on you. All I say is let me know. That's it. That way I know how to move accordingly. And I don't have a problem with you on the show. But don't come on the show and make a justification with what you did when you know that there's no gray line. There's no reason to tell. There's never a reason to tell. And that's all I stand on. Not no snitching, not, do this to the rats, none of that. If a dude admitted he told, cool, all right, so now I know who you are. I didn't tell, you know who I am. That's a cow, you know what that is. You understand what I'm saying? And so on and so on. And that's all I stand for. But don't come on here and think you're going to spin it, because we're not going to do all of that. But, that's where we at, man. But I come home and I see, the white girls got more natural asses, and I put them up all day on YouTube because I got a lot of, brothers that follow me, a lot of sisters that like looking at sisters to know what they got to work towards getting better than and such and such. That's what I post. I go out, I take mad pictures. Me and Boogie got so many pictures. I just send them to him. And I'm taking the pictures like the cameraman. Boogie right there. I send him the pictures and let him post it. You know what I mean? And if I go on Instagram and I see that he tagged me, I hit it up. If I don't go on it, that means I don't see it, and I don't hit it up. But my thing is not living my life on Instagram because I'm living a damn good life, and whether it's on Instagram or not. So I don't need to post everything that I do because I'm not trying to get recognition. I am recognition. You understand what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Just like it is. Y'all bugging if you think them pink toes are touching sisters. Family, I'm saying that the pink toes is touching the sisters naturally. The pink toes is the ones that's natural. That's all I'm saying.
But where you see them at? Where you see them
Everywhere
at?
I go.
Hanging with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, almost definitely. And I see them walking across the street down Midtown. I see them walking across the street on Collins Avenue, Miami. You know, and I see them walking across the street on 17th Street, 17th Street down there in Virginia Beach, by themselves with nobody. But they're in
Right,
shape, my brother.
But they learning. They all them years they took a toll and said, "Oh, this is what I got to do," and they ran with it.
Why the sisters are paying for it?
You just said because they lazy.
Okay, all right. So you agree, Mary Jizzle? Why the sisters, is paying for it? In your opinion, you can defend the sisters, or you can agree with us. It's your choice. We ain't gonna jump on you. We can't get to your neck right now. And she froze up, and I needed her answer. So we got to take you off because you froze up. But, that's where we at, man. But, if anybody got any different opinion, what the comments say over there? For sure, white girls winning. Next one, they're working out. Okay, with BBLs. Okay. Yo, somebody text me something about BBL today. What is the BBL? I've been going a long time. I ain't ashamed to say I don't know. Yeah, but Boogie looking like, what? You don't know what a BBL is. Now, what is a BBL?
Well, no, I really don't really know all about that because I only like natural women. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody busting or breaking on me, while we doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't like, the what's that? The Dr. Miami.
What a BBL is, being that Boogie don't know. Somebody put in the comments what a BBL is. I think I heard somebody say one time it's a Brazilian butt lift. You know what I mean? But we're gonna ask Mary Jizzle if she in here right this time.
Right.
But somebody said, I mean, that's the point that I'm making. The black girls is getting Brazilian butt lifts. Come on, man. When the black girls had the old natural butt lifts back in the day. Explain that to me.
It was good money, I'll tell you that much.
So why the white girls winning right now with the naturals?
Well, some of them don't really be all the way white. Okay, let's be honest.
He's justifying. He's trying to find that gray line.
No, I'm just saying. Let's be honest. Some of them their father be black or their mother be black. I mean, let's come on now. Come on now. I met a few.
Hey, yo, so you're saying a young lady, pink complexion, white complexion, whatever you want to call it, blue eyes and blonde hair, she mixed with something. That's why she got the fatty.
Boogie Black gonna keep it real. I met a few and I have a few.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Winning and the black girls is spending their money losing. Because they spending their money. It look good. Let me get that straight.
Yeah, they look good, but then sometimes when you go down to them legs, man, they be looking like little scissors, or something. I don't know.
That's how you know it's fake. Comment on the screen. He said sometimes it skips down from the grandma, but the white girls never had it from what I remembered. Because maybe they had big skirts and we couldn't see it back then. You know what I mean? Fatima, what up? There goes sis right there. But explain that one though, family. I mean, maybe skip the generation. How would skip a generation when they never had it that I can remember?
It what?
They said maybe it skipped the generation. That's why the white girls got the ass now because it skipped the generation from in the 60s and 50s. Is what I'm saying. Or maybe they said the black girls skipped the generation and now the new black girls don't have none because they skipped the generation. Now that makes sense. What do you think about that?
I ain't never heard nothing like that. That was a good one though.
Yeah, but if the European grandmother, meaning white grandmother, never had no how the hell is now, you know what I mean? It skipped a generation from something you never had to something that you always dreamed of.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Huey, man. I'm telling you, they mixed. I'm
They
positive.
all mixed. That got a fatty.
I'm positive, man.
Yo, he said
I'm
they mixed,
positive.
man. Come on, son. Yo. All right. Tyrone White said daddy was hiding his daughter's wheels back in the day. All right. Oh,
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Nah, they all mixed. They all mixed, Huey.
Yo. It said bro been getting weak. Okay. Mary Jizzle, talk to me about that. Turn the phone. Let's get a little riding on the phone. But go ahead.
You have to be able to tell me so I can be able to say it. So tell me what you.
All right, hold on. We're gonna take her off while she get her situation together. You know?
Oh,
okay. She ready.
No, I got two guys here, and I want to get their opinion because they're guys, and they can chime in. I don't want to make them feel left out. So my cousin is saying that. What you say? You said the white girl. You agree with?
Let him talk. Put him on the camera.
No, I ain't get on camera. What's up?
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Let me hear what you got to say.
He'll talk, but he don't want to get on camera. Okay.
All right, no problem. Let me hear it. You can sit in the front of the camera while he do that.
Respect. Yeah, I believe they steroid babies, man. I had a white show. Her daddy worked out a lot. He was a Navy SEAL. She came out like that.
Perspective. Yo, that's a damn good one. You know what he said? He said they steroid babies because the daddies were shooting steroids, lifting weights, and shot the G's over to the daughter's ace. Oh my
wow.
God. Yo, tell him, yo, word is born, he get a bonus for that. I would have never thought that in a million years, and it made perfect sense.
That's Mufasa. That's a new artist that he say he coming out. We gonna see, but we hoping.
Yeah, we definitely in the making, man. Salute, bro. She told me check out one of your videos too, man. I peeped your story, man. Definitely respect.
All right, that's what's up, family. Yo, but if you're gonna be an up inspiring artist, don't you want them to see who you are getting ready to up and inspire? We got a DJ up here right now that might be able to sign you or send you some beats. It's DJ Boogie Black.
Hey, no. It ain't none of that, man. I just, I'm under the radar right now for a reason, man. She know
okay. And we ain't got to say no more, my nigga. I'm going to overtalk you right there because you said enough. We got you. You know what I mean? All right. So, yo, we got you, family. All right. We got ready to go to the comment on the screen. Maybe just sit back down. Let's get this thing popping. To be honest, I see more pink toes at the gym and jogging on the street. And for some reason, genetically, our sisters are not developing naturally like the former generation, like Thelma, talking about from Good Time, and Bologna, from Good Time. He went all the way back to Good Time. That's one of my old brothers right there. He went back. That makes sense. Go back to that comment. Y'all put in the comment, like I said, the link is in the top if y'all ain't scared. Come in and give your opinion with me, Boogie Black, and Mary Jizzle, because I'm really trying to get an understanding of this, man.
That makes sense. Wow.
Yeah, that steroid baby joint makes sense. What the other one got to say, man? He got another crazy banging theory?
Okay, well, my baby daddy's here.
Your baby daddy got to say, why the white girls got more ass? That's my brother right there, too. I ain't going to say his name because I guess he want to be known as just baby daddy. But, yo, that's my man right there. He official to speak. So I respect his opinion. Let me hear what he got to say about why white girls got more ass naturally in 2024 than when I went in 1993. Somebody help me. I can't hear him. Oh, you freezing up again, May Lee, but that's where we at. So let me know when you get your voice back in. So we go, Rocky Road said them white girls
it's not natural. They bought
too many to pay attention. Okay. Them white girls can move with rhythm to pay attention. I like that. I like that. Let me get the next comment. But that's where we at though, man. I really want to hear Mary Jizzle join, but she all over the place and her baby daddy. I want to hear his opinion.
No, he's talking.
Huh? Oh no, we didn't hear him. I want to hear what his opinion is.
Shots. The white women going to the Beverly Hills and getting the expensive butt shots that look right.
Wow.
They spending that money on their body.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. They got the money.
No, hold up. Both of them two is geniuses. That makes a lot of sense. I feel a lot better. Tell him he's my hero.
First they was buying the boobs.
Tell him I said he's my hero, man.
They was buying
Because
the boobs back in the day, and now that the ass came into play, they buying the ass.
okay, but what I'm saying is why do the white girls look so dang natural, and the black girls you could tell it just look dope, something that you just want to hit for a night.
The black girls going to Mexico getting that botch surgery.
Oh, okay.
The white ones going
Now,
to
that
Beverly
makes
Hills.
sense. Yeah.
Wow.
The
That makes
white
sense.
ones are spending 10,000 on their butt. When the white one's spending 500, 700.
And once again, I'm gonna say steroids. If they got a nice joint.
Yo, what y'all think about that? I like that. And I feel better going with that than anything else for the simple fact, I feel better going with that because I don't want to believe that my sister done lost
Nah, they shit natural.
But right now, when I see they losing and you're giving me a good enough explanation for me to sleep good at night.
White people, the white ones is cheap. They cheat. They better at cheating. They better at cheating than we
They
are.
say they better at cheating.
They done bought their shit.
Got two good sayings. You got the steroid babies. You got the veteran cheating. That's two topics.
Right, yo, somebody give me a suggestion in the comment. Them two suggestions was better than everything that's sitting here watching. Tell me that somebody up here gave me a good explanation for why white girls got a better ass. You know what I mean? Natural looking than the black girls. When I went in 1993, it was the reverse.
And they eating all that greasy chicken all day.
Yes, they are. It's more white girls.
I told you.
No, they ain't.
It's more white girls at Popeyes. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah, they might be at Popeyes and go straight to the gym now.
Credit. It all comes back to build your credit, guys. This is why we have to build our credit so that we too can stay in the game of keeping firm rump bottoms. We have to
That was a hell of a plug.
I'm telling
Hey,
you,
yo, that was a hell of a plug.
You know, I used to sell gym memberships on 125th and Biscayne in North Miami. I was the lady saying $1 a
Yo,
day.
go back to that other comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, hold up. I want to get hold up. Man, Lee, hold on. Yo, that shit was dope. I like the way y'all minds work. But we're gonna go with this one right here, right? Mr. Jux 09 said, number one reason they try to get the black man's attention, and they got some of us in a chokehold. Laughing. All right. I got a black wife with yams, but I still be looking. Yo, he get a gun shot because he kept it 100. I'm not looking for no white woman, but a nigga gonna look because it look good.
Black men want the light skinned girls. Now, what's lighter than a light skinned girl? A white
what I'm saying is, I like mine
big
dark,
titties.
and I want mine like tall, nigga, with his pink. I want a tall baby. I want a tall baby. You know, that's what I want. I don't want no like, I want a tall baby.
Yeah, I dealt with white Jones. But one thing about them,
like flowers.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you gotta watch some white Jones though. They'll roll with you till they done with you though. But they'll do everything that you want them to do for you too. And one thing about it, boy, that's the difference between them sisters. They gonna cross you over when the time comes, boy.
So you said we can't trust the black girl. That's a whole other topic. That's why I did. So we can't trust the black girl.
I'm talking about the white woman. They'll do everything for you. They'll do this, that, and the third. But one thing about it, they will cross you over when the time cut. Yeah, they will cut. Nah, it depends on
if
they
you say the white girls will cross you over when the time comes.
Yeah, no question. They'll cross you over quick. And then the black girls don't know when to stop.
Oh Lord.
What you mean they
You
don't
know
know when to
nothing.
stop?
Nicki
Explain that.
Minaj should have
Nah, let
stopped
him
pumping
explain
her
himself.
ass up a long damn time ago.
Right.
Nah.
Cardi B should have stopped pumping their ass. Their ass was perfect before they started injecting the shit. Then look what they did.
Definitely.
Got a big old luggage rack ass now.
He said Cardi B got a big old luggage rack ass.
And Nicki Minaj. They did too much. They went overboard.
I guess that because they had too much money, like you said, huh?
Exactly.
Wow.
Your point well
Wow.
proven. Your point well proven.
I like that.
I definitely like that.
You
You know,
know,
the phone number on the screen is somebody got an opinion, man. Let me turn this up. I don't even know if they was calling. I had a phone turned down. But, you know, that's where we at. So I like that. But now, Boogie, what's going on with the, okay, hold on. I had a joint that I played on my YouTube, right? Both of y'all. I had a joint that I played on my YouTube where it was a dude that went to see his son. His baby mother answered the door in a pair of, like, you know, boy silk shorts and a little tube top. Young girl with a little shower cap on her head, midriff out, stomach out, looking cute, lips all glossed up. She come to the door, and her baby daddy's at the door. He said, "I came to see my son." You know, well, her baby father's at the door. So I came to see my son. So she said he busy right now. She told the baby mother, the baby father, that his 2-year-old son was busy right now, right? So he kind of pushed the door, and there was another man walking into the hallway that was holding his son. And the dude, the dude said to his baby mother, the baby father said to the baby mother, "Who is that?" And the baby mother said, "That's my baby daddy. That's his daddy." And he said, "No." So they asked the dude, "Yo, who are you?" And the dude said, "No, I'm his daddy." This is what he's telling the father in 2024.
Wow.
The father of the child went to see the baby, and the mother was saying that the new boyfriend was the daddy, and the father was just the father. And then at the end, they asked the baby, the father asked the baby, "Who's your daddy?" You know what I mean? Who is your father? And then the child had the nerve to say, "I have two fathers. I have two babies."
Jesus Christ. You
What
almost
would
made me
you do
bust a sweat.
if somebody did that with you, Boogie? Let me hear that. I'm gonna get off the screen. I want to hear what would happen if you rolled in that situation. We're gonna get off, man.
I can't put that on this YouTube.
Did I mean, seriously, what would you do there, though, family?
Well, you know, I'm a public personality, so I can't put that on YouTube. But Huey, oh God, I'm not gonna lie. One of us got to go. I'm not gonna put it on YouTube though, and I think I'm gonna be around. That's it. I don't know if everything went mute because you blew my mind with what you just said, brother. So I don't know if everything went mute or I just went deaf. But you,
y'all live on YouTube.
what did you say, Huey?
Oh, he muted. Huey, you muted.
Huey, you're muted.
Oh, no. That was me. My bag. I screwed up. I take
Oh,
the
you tried.
gunshot.
You tried to get my pressure up. That's what you tried to do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this is the comment from Earl Green. "I think it's because the pink toes probably breastfeed more, so therefore them buns are able to cultivate and grow nicely. But then Chinese don't have no butt. Their back pockets are touching." Yeah, hold up. So okay. So what if 30 years from now? What if 26 years from now? You know what I mean? These new young rappers that's going in there, they ain't listening to Unique Make Audio when I'm telling them it ain't worth it, right? Let's say one of them go in for 26 years to come out later, and now the Chinese got, you know, all the ass. What y'all gonna say? But go back to that comment because I like his comment. What if 26 years from now the Chinese got ass? I want each one of y'all to answer. What would you say if 26 years later the Chinese got ass?
You know what I mean? I haven't seen no Chinese with no ass. But the best asses I've seen on Chinese, no disrespect, well, an Asian woman. You know what I mean? Let me say that. I don't want anybody to think I'm being disrespectful because I'm just hood. Now, the Asian women, they more wider, like how the white girls used to be back then with hips, but didn't have the ta-dun. You understand? So I've seen wide Asian girls that was kind of thick, but that's only since I've been home. So that's the change that I've known with Asian women, that they're getting thicker and wider. Normally they're thin and flat. No disrespect to them, but that's just what I see. You know what I mean? And that's my interpretation. What did you got to say as far as Mary Jizzle, 30 years from now, 26 years from now, here goes Asian women that got better,
I'm gonna give you
than the black and the white. Good. I want to hear your opinion. She froze up again. Boogie, give me your opinion. Lee, you froze up. You're gonna have to come on and come back into something. All right.
Who's gonna?
All right. So
I would say them, that rice and them dogs and cats and rats are strong.
Yo, you can't tell me you ain't had some chicken fingers. You can't tell me you ain't had some chicken fingers. As much as you run around New York late night, hennied up, pulling up them little Chinese joints on the corner, don't tell me you ain't had no chicken fingers. Come on, son.
That was back then. I mean, once you start looking at the YouTube and you start doing your studying, you gotta cut that.
You ain't the Chinese joint or late night joint since what year?
Honestly, I would say about 8. About
what
8,
year?
9 years. About 8 or 9.
Oh yeah? Okay, all right. So you might live a little bit. What about you, Maylee? What was you had to say about that topic we were talking about?
Hey, wanted to answer. Come here, cousin.
All
right. Cousin say he got a good one for you. The one that said the steroid babies.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Here we go, Mufasa.
Hey, you said what would happen if they was to get a size on the back end too? Chinese woman, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it this way. I think that'll be ball game for a lot of women. When you got Chinese woman, I'm gonna go here with it. You got the food in the house, then you got the massaging care in the house, and you got the pedi and the manicures in the house. That's everything a man need within them doors, man.
I like him.
Oh my God.
They culture that on their side.
Let's make your profile, but I like him. That make a lot of sense. I'm gonna hang with that nigga there. That nigga not probably put some missing woman. Yo, he right on point with that one.
Hey, bro, that'll be ball game, man. You get all them Jones there in house.
Like he said, the black, the white, nothing wouldn't have a chance if a Chinese girl was to start paying that $20,000 for that ass that the white girl's paying for, as baby daddy said.
Yeah, that ball game, man. They got everything in house. You got everything in house, man.
And speak when spoken to.
It changed.
Got me.
Yo, what about the girl from Black Caesar shows? What I remember last, she just looked like she was thick. You think she brought any of that? Yeah, the girl from the Black Ink show, the child Asian girl on there. That's real thick. She looked like she's just naturally a thick young girl.
I don't think I peeped her. He said it. Jump from.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I never looked at her.
It's an Asian girl on there. Chinese, she looked like, from Japanese or something, because she went back to her country back in the day in one of the episodes. But she real thick Asian looking girl, Okay, there's a mixed breed for your point, to prove your point, Boogie. There's a mixed breed girl with Asian that's on Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta. And she told the girl, if y'all remember putting it in the comment, she told the girl that had the beauty parlor that she was working for, that her husband was sleeping with this other slim chick. And I've been seeing her a lot on the Tubi movies, and she was on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. She real thick, looked like a light-skinned black, but the face is 100% Asian, but she thick, like, thicker than Gina back in the days with Martin, if anybody remember that. You know who I'm talking about? She was in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Well, why do you say Gina?
You remember
Gina ain't have no body, man.
Listen,
No,
Pam,
when Martin first
Pam.
started, I liked it. No, we know Pam had the body with her black ass, but I'm saying, but maybe because I was in prison. Maybe because I was in prison. I blame it on prison.
Yeah,
Maybe because I was in
yeah.
prison. When I was in
The
prison,
TV.
Gina was nice and thick and right.
Nah.
No, but dude, I'm aware of that. I'm telling you, I was in prison at the time, so I didn't have too many choices to look at. So maybe that's what it was. But to me, Gina was bad. I'm not gonna back off it. Meaning her body, you know what I mean? And was real, you know. I just like her energy with Martin was just too real, and I think that's why Martin got in his head that it was more than just a TV set and bugged out in real person over that.
Oh, okay. I just never
You
saw
remember
like
when he
no.
bugged out over Gina, right? And went and shot up.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking about the body, Boogie. I ain't gonna back off it. I'm talking about to me. No, I'm just saying to me. But like I said, I was in prison. I was in ADX Supermax, locked down for 5 years straight from
Right.
1995. You understand?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
So everything would
I
look
enjoy
3D, like 3D to you. Everything would look
Yeah,
3D to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, I see something that you would think is a 3, and to us in prison, that's a dime.
No question.
You
Even
understand? That's
But
how
not,
you
but
locked up.
but not Gina. Not Gina.
No, but I'm saying, but I'm telling you that to me, you know, what you thinking is like a 2 or 1. Back then, when I was in ADX locked up for 5 years, that was a dime, my nigga. Because that's
Oh,
all I had a chance to see back then.
right.
Pam body,
But
Gina face.
Huh?
Pam body, Gina face.
All day.
well, not even the face, just the lips.
Yeah, my man. You already know it. Gunshots. Gunshots. God would never give a woman great looks and a great body at the same time because God knew that men would destroy themselves over such a woman. Ooh, that was so deep. Murder,
Powerful.
murder,
That was powerful.
100. Yo, he gets a round of applause. He gets a round of applause for that.
Troy, they did that already.
Murder, mother effing murder.
Helen of Troy.
Now Angela Yee.
Yeah, Helen of Troy. They already did that.
Angela Yee. Just, I mean, no disrespect. She looks, yeah, I mean, maybe it's just from my age, but you know, me looking at Angela Yee, I would feel like a
She's
pedophile.
Asian. She's
No,
Asian.
listen, but Boogie, I feel like a pedophile because she looks like a little girl to me. I mean, but I am
But
59 going on 60 in May.
right,
Angela
but she's
Lee,
not.
listen, I would never talk to Angela Lee because no matter how old she said she is, I would still only see her as like a 15, 16-year-old girl. That's how she looked to me, no disrespect.
Oh, my Ariana baby mama. I ain't seen her. She was
You know? Lovely Mimi, that's it. Lovely Mimi. That's her name in Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta. And she on a lot of the movies. Lovely Mimi is the name of the Asian chick. Put that back. Let me finish reading that, please. Lovely Mimi is the name of the Asian chick from Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta. Lovely Mimi. That's a thick Asian chick right there. But you can tell Boogie she's mixed with black because her complexion, everything is black. Even the course of her hair is like a black Dominican thick. You know what I mean? But not Chinese thick. Because you know Chinese joint look like
I never seen her. I
Yo,
never
she
seen
a
her.
bad joint, son. Yo, she a bad joint, but straight hood rat and ratchet. Cultures adapt to our culture and treat us like peasants. Why? That's because we don't respect who we are. So why they gonna respect us and treat us as anything other than a peasant when we don't even respect ourselves? We don't even know how fly we are. We don't even know that we're kings. So how they gonna respect us as a king or anything when you don't even know who you are as a whole? As Boogie's saying,
And we don't join together. We don't join together.
Yeah, every other race join together. Every other race join together. You know, but here we go. Look how nice our program is. There ain't nobody eat nobody back out. We ain't talking about who did this, who did that, who snitched on who's a coward, who did that. But I don't care about none of that crap, man. I've been locked up 26 years in federal prison. I'm a free man, and this is my freedom. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you want to gamble with your freedom and argue with another man that might take it to the next level, when even a coward could pull a trigger. 9 times out of 10, it is a coward that's pulling the trigger.
That's right.
You know, when
Right.
somebody go out and kill somebody, unless you got an actual beef and you know who you want to get. But when people get in little senseless arguments and want to kill each other, you see on the news, dude kills his baby mother. Come on, dog, where'd that come from?
Hey,
Where was the
respect.
threat?
Good dog. Like your man
Now,
corner, man. You say we don't unify in the same sense as you saying us going up against each other, man. But through all this time, all that soldier shit niggas be talking, I always say, ain't there a movement went against those oppressors yet, man. And we at a time right now where what they consider power to be is at a time now where we strong enough mentally and aware enough to know what's going on, man. And I don't see that, man. And I always say through all other nations, man, a lot of, outside of our race, man, the way they put it down, I ain't seen that come from us, man. So when it comes to gangsterism, man, I look at that, I get at a whole different breed, man, to be honest, bro. I ain't seen us unify and go at it, and we can't. I was just telling my cousin, he throwing 6 or 7 years in that penitentiary. I said, the day we start fighting, I said, they put us in a cage and we still fight amongst each other, man. I said, the day y'all gather together within there, I said, y'all got straight chumps guarding y'all in them prisons, man. And we got a lot of warriors inside of there that's going against each other. I said, their power is us being the. I said, because you got to think about how many soldiers on those rules in there, man, and how many of them it is. And they still can control us because we divided amongst each other, bro. Real spill, man.
Listen.
That's
You're
real.
100% right. Check it, right? Yo, check it, right? Let me give you some history. When you go to any federal prison, the first thing they do is ask you what crew you with, what car you with, what gang you with. They want to put you in something. So if they put every black man in something and you got, a DC car, you know what I mean, a GD car, a Vice Lord car, a Blood car, a Crip car, you know what I mean? You got a Dirty South car, you got a Muslim car, and they, you got a Boston car, you got a Midwest car, and you got 10 different cars. That's breaking down the little 1,000 men that's there. You understand? Into 100, pockets instead of 1,000 people. So if something happened with one of those cars, they go get those 100 men instead of having to lock up 1,000 men. You see, so that's the point in putting us in those categories so that they can weaken our numbers and contain us and oppress us even faster when we get the balls to stick our head out the rabbit hole and say we got balls or rights in this country.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying, big boy?
No question, man.
That's how they do it in the prison. But the crazy part is out here, there's no unification. If you ask a dude what set he with, he gonna tell you, he a blood from this block, he a blood from that back, he a Crip from that block, a Crip from that block, a GD from that block, or a New York dude from Harlem, or a New York dude from Queens, or a New York dude from Brooklyn, instead of just saying I'm New York, or I'm blood, or I'm Crip.
Right.
So as long as we do that out here, it's the same thing. If something happened and it's who they call a Jamaican, they're gonna grab all the Jamaicans. They don't have to worry about the Bloods, the Crips, the Harlemites, the Brooklynites, the Queensites, or nothing. Just go get the Jamaicans. If something happened with the Crips, just go get the Crips.
Okay.
Oh, indeed, man.
That brings me back to before you went in, right? Before you went in, Yui, it was a lot of unity. It was a lot of different crews that was all showing love to just one specific topic, and that was getting money. It wasn't no, I'm not messing with this dude, I'm not messing with that dude. One of the head brothers that was handling the business got introduced to the other brother that was handling business, and everybody just handled business. That was back then.
All right, see, but that's what I'm saying.
How did that come about?
Okay, that came about because we all had one common goal. and that was to get the bag. Right now, there is no goal. What is the goal right now? All this gang violence going on. What is the goal? Where's the goal post? Where's the end zone? The end zone during our time was getting money, getting our family out, and living happily ever after in what we consider the American dream. Right or wrong?
No, you're right.
The goal right now? Somebody, a young person, anybody come in and just teach me, man. I'm open to listen. What is the goal right now with the gang violence? The goal during the drug era was to get the bag. The goal was the bag. What is the goal now? Because all you're getting is death in prison. So where you heading? Where you trying to get to? That's all I want to know. If you give me that answer, I'll fall back.
No question, big bro. And I'm gonna say this, man. I stopped the biggest war to hit my city in 10 years, man, back home, man. And we had a sit down with all the young boys, man. And it was to the point where the war was going. I'm talking about every day is just something dropping. And the young boys on one side, man, they had it to the point where I could say they had a coach. I said the way they was moving, they did what they did and they got out the way. And then the other side, they couldn't catch them. The way they was moving, it was like they was doing everything to get out the way. And the other young boys got so frustrated, they just start hitting anything. When they come through, they just start hitting. So that's when I stepped in. I made a phone call and got amongst a couple of, OGs, old heads, everybody come to the round table. That was my discussion in that room that day, though, man. And it made a lot of sense to the young boys. I said, man, y'all, even back then, during y'all time, man, y'all era, when they was going to war and they was doing it, it was about, if it was that, it was about some money and it was about territory. Yeah. I asked the young boy, I said, look, man, I said, y'all ain't even on the same side as each other, man. Y'all ain't beefing about no turf. Y'all ain't beefing about no. I said, the only thing that can divide y'all at this point right now, this what
is yourselves.
This like, not get that too big, bro. But I said, it got to be females, man. I said, and when I say that to say this, what was going on is always, y'all ain't even around each other. How y'all beefing from one side to another? Y'all ain't beefing about no property. You ain't on this block getting no money. You ain't on this block getting no money. So the only thing that can lay beside you and whisper in your ear or get mad at another nigga after she done with him and want to play the seven, because I always say, man, 90% of the time that war comes from, however you want to put it, is always our family dynamics, man. And I mean by that, it's always that's one thing that we don't have down pat. You know what I mean? In our communities, man, is that's where it really goes. When a nigga go outside and he ready to go, most of it, maybe his old lady mad on him. He might be boom, boom, boom. Or she messing with this dude from this side. She going over here, she telling him this. Or she don't like him no more. So she gonna get with another young boy. She might spill in his ear. Yeah, this was going on here. Boom, 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 boom. And it ain't always.
Hold on. Let's get back to where we're at. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back.
I'm telling you what was going on where I'm from.
No, I'm not disputing that. I want to ask you about that so you can teach me. I don't know. I'm not disputing what you're saying.
I want to tell you, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. I got a question. Is all I have.
Okay, go ahead.
And, I'm learning, because I've been gone 26 years, so I don't have a damn thing to interject with this conversation. But I got a question for this conversation. My question for this conversation is, so what was the beef with the young boys? What was the problem? What was the stake? What was the hub of this problem? I don't understand. You said that one side was moving good, one side was doing that, the other side did their thing, slid and got out the way. I heard all of that, but what was the issue?
And that's
what I'm asking. That's a question.
That's a king mentality. You know why, big bro? Because that's what cracked the cake when I asked that question myself to him. I said, at the end of this war, what are you conquering, man? What is if you go to war, when you go to war, it's for a reason. Even with the big hats, when you go to war, it's for a reason. War is meant to get the peace. What are you going to war for, and when does it stop? Because when you go to war, after you go to war, it's supposed to accomplish something. That was the meaning, other than auto little wars, whatever we consider war, because we ain't got a missile or a boat. Whatever we consider war, because we still in captivity in our own land. This our land. This our turf right now. We don't own it. So what war are we fighting?
But see, hold on. What I've been hearing from the few YouTube videos that I've been watching, you understand? Let's take mainly Mary Jane off till she get it right. All right. Okay, look. from what I've been watching on the YouTube, I see what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true or not. This is what I'm seeing and hearing from the other YouTube that I found interesting, is that the guys in Chicago, they're carrying on old beefs from the 80s and 90s from what they consider as the beginning. And you know, what is that about? Maybe there's somebody in here from Chicago that could explain that. I got a couple of Chicago dudes that call me, because I get all kinds of people that call me that I've been mentoring and talking to on the phone. I should have called when I didn't even know I was going to bring this topic up, but the homie brought that in, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is the problem in Chicago? Like who screwed whose girl? It has to be something about that. Who's hustling or who's blocked? It has to be a reason, a motive.
Respect.
If somebody can help me understand what these young guys are really, you know, killing each other for, you know, that'll be a big appreciation, because I come home and walk into this and I'm not really out there with the youngins. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm 60 in May. So I'm not going to be on the street corner with a 20-year-old or a 21-year-old. But I can communicate with them, you know, and then keep it moving and stay in my lane.
I like what Murder just said.
What he said, Lucky Luciano went to war only when it made sense, only when it meant progresses towards the overall mission. Not just Lucky Luciano, all of us, well, the majority of us from the crack era. And then, of course, once in a while, a female slipped in and screwed somebody else from another side. And, of course, you're always going to have the, you know, but I love it, dog. You know, them type of dudes. You know what I mean? They go body a female and say, but I love her, dog. You loved her, but you killed her. You loved her, but you killed another man, and now you doing life in jail, and she out here got 5 kids for 5 different dudes in the neighborhood. Right. But you love her, dog.
Read that one, bro.
Unique Make Audio, doing your run in the streets, did you ever have respect for those that chose to be stick-up kids instead of hard-working hustlers? Hell yeah. Of course I had respect for them. They had to respect me because I chose to not stick up and hustle. Remember, I started out sticking up. Let me explain that to you so you know who I am. I started out sticking up in the 70s. You understand what I'm saying? I got shot up 4 times and had to jump out of a 6-story building. You know what I mean? That's me. I got shot up 4 times, had to jump out of a 6-story building. I got documentation for everything. So I don't worry about the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public that try and change the narrative, because everything is documented. You get my freedom of information. I'm a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? Let's get that straight. I'm a bad motherfucker. You know, I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? This is how we talk. This is Harlem. Boogie, you know, I'm just keeping it 100. You know, I survived that, my nigga, and kept moving when everybody say, man, that was a sign from God. You need to slow down. Back then, I was like, hey, God, nigga, I am God. I'm going to get mine. And I went right back out and got 2 pistols and went and put my work in, did what I had to do. You know what I mean? Because that's where my mentality is at. But I had a mission. My mission was to get the bag.
It really was.
To kill my brother.
That's real.
When I got shot up the 4 times, I had $80,000 in the lining of all army fatigue, nigga. It was to get the bag.
It really was.
I can tell you why I did what I did. I just want to know why is the youth doing what they're doing. Make it make sense to me. Back in my world back then, it made sense to go for the bag, like 50 Cent, what is that? Or like Malcolm X said, by any means necessary. 50 Cent, you know, get rich or die trying. That's the era that 50 Cent witnessed and touched into before he became a man, because he's under my generation. But he grew up where I was out there with Preem, Fat Cat, Baby Wise, big shout out. Anybody know what Baby Wise is? Tell them to call me. That's my brother. Baby Projects all day. Big C, Harry Hunt, Black Just. Come on, man. Listen, I'm that nigga.
Respect.
I'm just letting it be known. And I'm saying that because I dare a nigga to challenge what I'm saying. You get the YouTube rat bastards that, you know, because the algorithm is so big, they can reach out around the world to people that wasn't in New York City and tell them that he wasn't nothing. I never heard of him. He never heard of him. You never heard of him. Nigga, they got kings over in Milwaukee that I never heard of. But I'm not going to say they wasn't getting money because I've never heard of them. I'm going to ask me.
Right.
Sometimes you heard of.
Right.
You can't tell a nigga in New York City, Unique wasn't getting money and he wasn't the man. You can't tell a nigga that. You see the way I came over and took over this goddamn YouTube thing. And I don't care who don't like it. That's what it is, man. I'm me. I ain't disrespecting nobody. I don't come up here and say nobody's name. I don't play them fake ass games. But I let it be known I don't like rat bastards. I call a rat bastard a dude that told and then want to look in your face and try to convince you that he didn't tell. Look at my face and say, yeah, I was weak. I couldn't do it.
Right.
I don't respect your choice, but I respect you for being what you consider a man. Because you got to lay your head on a pillow at the end of the night, you weak ass nigga. Oh, you ain't got to lie to me. Nigga, you know you weak. Don't lie to me.
You're right about that.
You couldn't take it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone is not strong. And everyone is not weak. But that's what makes us different. God made us all different. Just like he made you rat bastards. But just stand on it, my nigga. Not saying anything wrong?
No, sir. No, sir. Hey, big bro, can I add to what you just put in?
You know? What you say, family?
I said, can I add on what you just put in?
All day, go ahead.
With my man, he spoke, he asked you, he said, is it better to be a hustler or a stick-up kid? And I say that to say, man, you know, I play both games, man. I would say some people try to take that element out the game, like you just said, by any means necessary. Because it is no, as I heard somebody say before, there's no wrong way to do the right thing, and there's no right way to do the wrong thing. So if you playing that game and you moving how you moving and you in that game, man, I feel as long as you ain't crossing nothing, you ain't moving as no snake. Once you in that game, man, you playing in those elements, it all comes with the game, man. That's my opinion on that, man. Some people try to take it, selling drugs to the community, you're doing what you're doing, you put that out there, it's the same dirt. Then you going out here, you playing Robin Hood. It all comes, as long as you playing by the rules is the rules. I believe that all comes to that element if you playing in that game, man.
What rules is that?
With the rules, when I mean brotherhood, whatever we signed up for, and you come and when you land on down those lines with whoever you playing that game with, what I mean by rules is loyalty, man. What I mean by that, that's what I mean by whatever. If I'm doing wrong, I'm doing this. I gotta have some kind of principle to what I'm doing. That's my perspective on that. When you playing in that game, they the wrong ways to move. Whatever you standing on, you saying you basically standing on what you said you was doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm signing up for. But what's behind me and what's in front of me, I'm going at it. In so many words is what I'm saying. So I believe those elements of the game come one on one. You can't be out here doing dirt and think that what comes with that game get eliminated because you ain't playing in that side of it. Because some people, you know, he might not sell drugs, but he feel like he go out there and, you know, play the other part of the game. He might, you know, some people.
When you, all right, excuse me. You said a mouthful, and everything you said is right. I love you. How old are you?
I'm 34, big bro.
Yo, you's a wise ass 34. You's a real nigga, and you get a round of applause, man.
Respect.
I don't give anybody a round of applause, but you get a round of applause, my nigga.
Appreciate it, man.
You get a round. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. Let me finish this damn show. Now, check. You get a round of applause because everything you said is 100% right. I can't disagree with one word you said. And that's why I hope the youngins is listening, because this is a young man that got it. He grew up under other gangsters, and I don't even know who he is. But he got real OGs that he was around. That's why he's speaking like he
rapper.
is.
He's the secret rapper, Mufasa.
I don't care about the rapping. That's a real nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he's a rapper. He rapping about being a real nigga, because that's a real nigga. Everything he said was 100. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. And that's the point that I'm making. I mean, put up the question about the stick-up kid or whatever, man. Don't take nothing down until after I speak on it. What is this the comment? He said that he made a comment. Okay, you need to make all you're doing your running. Okay, I saw that one instead of a stick-up kid. Okay, listen, a stick-up kid is respected. That's what he chose to do, but he can still put a bullet in your face. So if you don't respect a nigga that'll put a bullet in your face, you need to get out the street, nigga, because you're going to get one in your face.
Respect, man.
You understand? So a hustler is also respected because he could put a bullet in your face, but he got an advantage. He could also pay a nigga to put a bullet in your face.
Of course. No
You
question.
understand? So when you go messing with those, no disrespect, ain't shooting no shots, because I know the rat bastards, but I'm just flowing and I'm just riding right now. You know what I mean? Just like when you go mess with the rappers that got millions of dollars, they can sit in the penthouse and put out a hit on you. The same way, you know what I mean? What's that boy name? Elon Musk could just put out a hit on you from sitting in his tester factory. He could get ahead and put out a hit on you.
No question.
Way more than a nigga ever dreamed of. So why would you go piss off Elon Musk?
Right.
You understand?
Which made me think, when you're a stick-up kid, you don't, like, honestly, you don't stick up the people that you respect or you say hello to each and every day.
Right.
You could go elsewhere and you can handle that.
Back in the day, Brooklyn did. Stop it. Stop it. Back in the day, Brooklyn robbed everybody. I know brothers that rob brothers. We keep it 100. Listen.
I didn't say a race.
Nah,
I didn't say a race.
Brooklyn, meaning they got Brooklyn dudes in every city. So I had to correct you on that because we keep it 100 here. You know what I mean? You know, Mary said, listen.
What I meant was, don't rob one of your people.
No, we know you're not supposed to do it, but you got niggas that do it anyway, because those are the ones that feel like everything is fair game, my nigga. I'm just trying to eat. If you got it, I want it. If you my brother, I want it. I know dudes that killed their fathers to get weed spots.
God damn.
I know dudes kill their fathers to get their business.
Damn, that's a whole nother element, man.
Yo, listen. And I already talked about it on my YouTube channel. If I say, go back and look at my old videos at Unique Make Audio. I spoke on all of that. We got a homie that his father, and yeah, I said a homie, nickel, for you rat bastards, because you respect a man for who he is. If I'm telling you that I respect a rat for ratting, then you can't sit here and tell me I'm not going to respect, a killer for being a killer. Because the killer don't kill who he kills. The object is just to kill. That's what the streets is about. So don't enter the streets playing games thinking that if a killer kill his mother that he wrong to you where you standing. But where killer stand, everything must die for me to elevate. And that's the real street that I grew up in. If it's your own mother, if you feel she got something you want, they take it. I don't agree with it. Let me say that for the record. Unique Make Audio don't agree with none of that. But I know dudes that did it, and I gotta respect them because that's how they chose to live. And I can't sit here and be against how man choose to live. If a rat choose to be a rat, just let me know you're a rat. If you're a killer, let me know you're a killer. Then I know don't go eat at the killer's house. Then I know don't go break the law with a rat. Let me know so I got a choice.
Wow. I like that.
That's all it is. So don't think I'm on the, this one shooting a rat, that shooting a rat. If you're a rat bastard, go ahead and rat, do you, nigga. But I don't respect that shit.
KRS, man.
But because I wasn't there, don't mean you don't tell me, yeah, I'm a rat. I ratted on my auntie and my mother and my pet monkey Bubbles. Let me know. If you a sheep, let me know you a sheep. Don't come with me, to a club and something jump off, and then now here you go throwing off your wolf's clothing, and here you go a sheep under that wolf's clothing when you had me thinking that you got my back when we go to the club Saturday night.
Damn right. Damn right.
Let me know I'm by myself, my nigga. And I know how to conduct myself by myself.
You damn right.
Mary Jane.
Huey, remember the night at Club 2000? Let's take it to the happy times real quick. We had so many great times, but remember the night Diddy was there? Because, we got to get on our stories with the Diddy stories. You remember the night I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, because I'm like, yeah, so I just want to say it's just so crazy now that all these years later, it's coming around where everything is being revealed. Like they said, what's done in the dark will be in the light, shown in the light. So
allegedly.
No, this is
allegedly.
No, this
is.
Get
to the point. Get to the damn point. Let's hear it.
Yeah, what the part when your boy pulled out. He had the trench coat. We was all partying in the club. And of course, you told him to lock the doors. Everybody was locked in. And the next thing you know, big joints are getting pulled out. And the first one we see jump over the bar, I think he kicked somebody in the neck to get over the bar. And it was your boy Diddy. And we joked him all night long. And he was like, oh, Huey, I'm so happy that I'm okay. And you like, nigga, of course you're okay, but sit your little punk ass down. He was over there shivering me timbers. And Bismarcky, can I get back on the mic? Man, that was so funny, man.
Yeah, but you know, that's what I'm saying. I knew where I was at and I wanted control, so I didn't need nobody else to come in at that time. You know what I mean? I ain't need nobody else to come in, so I locked the doors. And if we all died in there, we all died in there. But I'm going to stake my claim as a man, and that's what it's all about, being a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Do you remember what set that off?
Now, I don't remember what set it off. I know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Because that shit pissed me off. But yeah, I remember that.
Bear? Was that Bear with the trench coat?
I don't remember. I don't even want to get into saying his name on here. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. And, yo, you know we get ready to do the Club 2000 reunion.
Woo!
We get ready to do the Club 2000 reunion. We doing it in Jersey. You know, what's that joint? Barcode. You know what I mean? If y'all out there, Elizabeth Barcode, they got a swimming pool in there. Women with bikinis getting half price. You know, already hollered at like Ghostface, Cameron, Jadakiss, and Dave East. You know what I mean? To you know, to grace their presence up in there. You know, and I'm working on getting Luke Skywalker up here. So that's what we working on for that, just so you know. But when you come to my party, it's all respect, because I'm gonna respect you. You know what I mean?
That was the best. That was the best party to me. That was the best party to me.
Why is that?
Luke. I mean, I seen like that's honestly, that might have been the first time I seen like a bottle come out of a, you know, vagina and things like that. That was just a little amazing to me. I was still young. I was old enough to get in, but I was still young. I think that's when I started hosting parties. Right after that.
And that's also where we started the battles with the girls, when we had the girls from Miami battling the girls from New York. That's where all that started. And it was
Miami girl versus New York girl. But what Boogie had to say, is that's why I respect about Boogie is that, and Fat Man Scoop. I'm gonna say that for the record. I love Fat Man Scoop. Round of applause to Boogie and Fat Man Scoop.
right.
Round of applause to Boogie and Fat Man Scoop.
Thank you.
Relax, y'all. Relax. Now, relax, y'all. You know. Now, both of these brothers, they've given me my props since I've been home. And K Slay, he definitely get a round of applause.
Right.
And K Slay, they all gave me their props that, you know, I was the motivation for them to get into the music and do what they did. And because they're big now, and I'm just coming home, they never tried to let me feel anything other than being their inspiration for doing this party thing. And it's a whole bunch of others that, you know,
definitely,
that plus parties now that run up on me and let me know that, man, you can always get in my joints for free, man. But it's because of you why I do what I do. You showed us how to party in New York City.
Oh my God.
Definitely.
With honor, with grace, like, you know, me and my brother Double J, you know, Double J love you. My brother Age love you. You know,
man, Age, Double J. Well, we gotta give him a round of applause.
We got Double J.
Look out. Age get his round of applause, man. Ron G, you know what I mean? Come on, Red
oh
Alert.
God.
I'm on all day. But Age get his round of applause and Double J, man. Good brothers, man. That's just like you. They deserve to be in your category. All y'all in the same category because y'all came up under us that we didn't attempt to make y'all feel inferior to us. We treated y'all as an equal. You already know me. I had millions and I pull up on any block by my goddamn self.
I got one. I mean? I got one.
Go ahead.
I got one. So I used to be with my East Side family. You know, I don't want to, say the names, but we could say Madison Avenue, 127, all the way to 129th. My Madison Avenue family. And we rode up to Mecca Audio. You had a Forerunner. I leave them. I go downtown to 124th and 7th Avenue. You in the white body Benz within that 1 hour. I think that might have been just before you had to make a move. You remember that?
Oh, hell yeah. I know what you're talking about, but that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. I used to drive 3 and 4 cars a day, man, and everything I had the title to. They can't even fathom what I'm saying. That's why it bugs them out on YouTube, and you get the rat bastards that try and ride with the people that don't want to believe the real. You understand what I'm saying? But
and this is before not to cut you off.
Hold up, man. This joint getting caught up.
Hold on. Not to cut you off, but this was before the 26 years. This was before the 26 years.
Yeah, so they understand. I used to get up in the morning and I get up and I go get the Jeep Wrangler, and I just woke up, and you know how these dudes go outside with their flip-flops and pajama pants. I just throw on a pair of basketball shorts, a pair of Air Jordans, and some little footies. I don't even have a shirt on, and a big straw hat, and I jump in the Jeep. You know what I mean? And I go to 25th and buy my outfit I'm gonna wear for the afternoon. And then I shoot back over, you know, to the Mecca where everybody at. And when I go back, I done bought them clothes for the day. They ain't even wake up yet. They wake up, they all got brand new clothes like it's Christmas that they opening up. Because that's how a boss do. I didn't want to be the only one looking good. I got up early. They was still asleep. So I get up and I go do me. You understand what I'm saying? I go do me, shoot the 25th. I buy me an outfit. I buy the other 8 dudes that's in the apartment an outfit. Everybody got $100 Jordans, $150 Jordans. All the whatever. When I go in the joint, I ask them, yo, give me this side, that side, and that side, 2 of every pair. 1 of nothing ain't good enough. That's like having 1 bitch. You know what I mean? Back then. You know? 1 of nothing ain't never been enough. Let's make that straight.
I like
so
the back then. I like the back then part.
You know what I mean? That was back then. You know what I mean? But but just keep it 100 though, so they understand. They don't know what this type of living is, because it's like, no disrespect, even the rappers is following other rappers and the other rappers' trends and the other rappers' fashion sense. Back then, we had to create our own trends and our own fashion sense because there was nobody to guide us. There was no social media to lead us, to influence us. So it was just us and our bag of money.
God led the way.
You understand? And we didn't have back then, let me see. Like I said, we didn't have the social media, man. And we didn't have no fashion. We didn't have no Fat Farm and, no Sean John. And we didn't have none of that. We didn't even have Fat Farm. And
I like that question.
Okay, Boogie,
I like that question.
What made you such a phenomenon? Number 2 question. Number 1, what kept you from going against your leader when your ego is so damn tempting? Let me hear that one. We're going to get off the screen for you to answer that. That's all about Boogie.
I like that. Well, we all was number 1. You don't have to have a name circulating in the streets because you hurt somebody or you did something to somebody. We all was number 1. And I was never tempted because I was already doing it. So we all was number 1. Everybody had money. Everybody took care of their families. So it wasn't even about that, because that wasn't going to be my end goal. My end goal was to be an owner of something and a controller of something. So everybody was number 1. It was never a number 2, a number 3, number 4. All the brothers I hang with right now is number 1. Right now. That's the only question I can answer. And that's how you're supposed to think, regardless. Everybody is somebody. Let me hear you.
Mary Jane, when the first time you saw Boogie Black? That you can remember? Mary Jane, when was the first time you saw Boogie Black, if you could remember?
When he said he was there when Uncle Luke and them came.
Oh, you remember seeing him there then?
But I can't, you know, I just know he was
What is
there.
your first experience? Listen, Boogie's the type of person, when he performs, you never forget it. Just give me the first time you remember seeing him perform, not when you met him personally, just seeing him perform because you know he's a star.
No, I wasn't, I can't
So
think.
you never seen Boogie perform yet?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. So, hey, Boogie, so she ain't even seen the world. Say, oh, my God. Oh, yo, you got to come to New York. You ain't been here in a minute.
Right.
Yeah, Boogie got the city on lock, man.
It's been a long time, exactly. I mean, I seen how he rocks on Instagram and everything. I definitely
Nah, you got to see him at a party, yo, at a party.
Remember that was before our time or whatever.
Yo,
but I was surprised to hear him say that he was there. So he said he was there when Uncle Luke and them came to Club 2000?
He right there. He can hear you. She talking to you, boy.
You said you was there, but you was real young?
Let me set the camera up. Boogie.
Because Uncle Luke and them came to Club 2000 a few times, you know, right?
Yeah, I know, but he's saying he was there one of the times, and that was the first time he saw them, is what he's saying. He didn't say the first time he came.
Right. And he was saying that's when he first saw the girls from Miami dance, right?
Yeah, but he didn't say, you know, if it was the very first time or whatever. You was there from the beginning.
I was there every time.
No, we know that, but I'm saying he didn't say that. He said he was young and he got up in there and he saw that.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Boogie, you got it straight? Next question. I'm 45 and took a different route because I saw friends cross each other over money and women. Hashtag Brooklyn. Killer Cat, you already know. That's how it always is, though, man. I mean, everybody got their own different end goals. Some people, like my end goal was to get the bag, was to get the money. Some people's end goal was to get the money to get the women. And those are the ones that went all out for the women. You understand? So, you know, that's how that play out, you know, to be honest with that. Next question. You know, everybody is more concerned with receiving a reputation as a tough guy instead of valuing their shoebox. See, that's one thing you can't say, family. I'm going to teach you that because I had to learn that because I used to do that. But my mentors told me. So I'm going to tell you, you know, that you can't never say everyone and everything and every time. That word every you can't say because there's always that 1 in a million. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they have DNA, where it might be 1 in 25,000 trillion. You know what I mean? But nothing is the same. You know, nothing is the same. So now you can't say everybody's more concerned with receiving a reputation. No, many people, that's how that's supposed to be said. You know, many people is more concerned with receiving a reputation as a tough guy, you know, receiving his reputation as a tough guy instead of valuing their shoebox. And that's what I'm saying. Let me know who you are so I can put you in the box you belong, because I'm in my box. Right. And I'm comfortable in my box. Right. And that's all I'm saying, right or wrong?
Right, definitely.
You know?
To be, you know, just be what you are and, you know.
And that's it. That way people know how to deal with you accordingly. Don't try to be something you're not. Why try to rob me when you can work with me? Because that's just their mentality, my nigga. Some niggas don't want to work with you. They just want to take what you got. Next question. End the story. Welcome to the hood, my nigga. That's what you call a wolf. Do you enjoy the snowboard boardwalk empire? Don't understand it. Next question. What'd you say, mate?
I said, when people was trying to rob you in the hood, they ain't got time to try to get to know you and all that. They got to get to know what you got, and they got to get going. They ain't got time.
And that's it.
Thing is,
you know, Unique, what made you so fearless? Yeah. Unique, what made you so fearless in the 80s? Was there ever a time when you was in fear for your safety or for your life? Yeah, every goddamn day. You know, every goddamn day. That's how dangerous it was. And that's why I went out like my life was in danger every day. And that's how I'm still here today. You know, I didn't go out there like today's all right and nobody gonna try me. A nigga always gonna try you, no matter who you are. Everybody get tried, man. You know what I mean? Look how the rat bastards and trolls try you. You know what I mean? That's what they do. You know, they try you, but you know, nah, you know, I wasn't fear for my safety every day, and that's how I stayed alive. You got to go out the door thinking that way when you're going into the jungle. But when you go into a 9 to 5 and dipping your toes in the jungle, that's one thing. You know what I mean? Digga, my man 10 toes down. Yo, what up, son? Hit the link at the top. That's my brother right there. Let's get 10 toes up in here. I definitely want to hear his opinion. You know what I mean? But let's bring Boogie back up here. Yo, 10 toes, we just put the link in. Come on. Yo, we got Boogie Black up here, man. Let me bring Boogie up here. All right, go ahead, Boog. So, you know, hit the next question. 10 know he always welcome. Next one. You ever been in the, come on. Did I ever been in Marcy Projects? Dude, I grew up on Schenectady between Sterling and Park. You know what I mean? Crown Heights all day, baby. Come on, man. You know, I've been all over Brooklyn, my nigga. Nigga wasn't scared to go nowhere. You know what I mean? Nigga was just scared he might have to kill something that day and not make it home. That was the biggest fear, is that you had to kill something. But my fear wasn't, you know, that I might get killed. My fear was that I might have to kill a nigga. Like, which dumb nigga gonna do something stupid today? That's how I go out the door. Which dumb nigga gonna do something stupid today? You know, I don't go out the door saying, oh, dumb nigga might shoot me. Nah, which dumb nigga gonna make me shoot him today? And that's why what's his name? Ice Cube made that song. Today was a good day. He didn't have to use his AK. You know what I mean? Yo, 10 toes, you gotta put your picture up, man. We don't do, come up on the screen. All that logo, we don't do that here, son. You know what I mean? We don't do that here. You know, we don't do the logo and all that. The people want to see you, family. Maybe you can't hear me while you're down there. You know? Hey, yo, come up on the screen if you come.
I'm laying down. You ain't gonna be able to see me. I'm laying down. I'm in the bed in the dark.
We don't do that. This ain't that type of show, man. I know.
So what you want? Look at my pillows?
Nah, they want to look at your pillow, nigga. You know what I mean? They want to look at your pillow.
That's all you gonna see. I'm in the dark.
You know, so what? Turn it on, nigga. You know what I mean? That's a disrespect to put your picture up there.
Why is that? Yo, that's some new shit.
Anywhere, don't you? You go places that I don't even go. And you ain't.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't about my picture. You know, I ain't in no fear of nothing.
Yeah, you know,
but I'm laid up.
But my people want to know who 10 toes is so they can follow you. Period.
But they can see the picture. Unique. I'm laid the fuck up, man.
There you go.
I'm in the dark. What the fuck?
You want to be a rapper.
You know? Yeah, nigga. That's my brother. All right, don't do that, son. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I want to look at you all damn night. I'd rather see the darkness. Yo, what up? What you think about the white girls winning? You can stay just like that. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. The white girls is winning.
Huh?
The white girls is winning. The white girls winning.
Why do you think that though? And give me your explanation. One dude came up here, right? He's still there. One of the brothers from down in Atlanta, he came up here and he said that it's because the white girls are steroid babies because their daddies were shooting steroids, lifting weights. You know what I mean? 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Tell me the hated boomers, huh? He said they steroids, baby.
Let him tell him, he right here. What you
said? Tell him what you said, family. I like that one.
Nah, I was messing on a little white jump, man. That's why I got that quote from, man. Her pops, he was in the Navy. He was a Navy SEAL, and she came out like that girl, man. Her body, it was crazy, man. And her pops, he was cutting. So I'm like, how she come out like that? But she told me her dad, he did his 1-2, how far as shooting up in the, in the gym or whatever he was taking. So I'm like, oh yeah, she was a steroid baby. You look at them ankles, you can always tell them white girls. All you gotta do is look at them ankles and that wrist, man. That's gonna be fed at that ass, man. Excuse my language, man. I know you can't really,
Hey, yo, that's
pretty
crazy.
much.
Listen, that's crazy because that's the same thing that Stevie Wonder said. No, what Ray Charles said in the movie. He said he could tell if a girl was fat by holding her hand and rubbing her wrist. So what you say? You go look at white girls' ankles, and if they're too thick, something ain't right.
Straight up.
What you think about that, Shaq?
Hey, yo, listen, man. You know what the fact is? The fact is this, right? The white girls really not winning. But you could say they winning because white girls, before we went in, even Asian girls, it was nothing but fucking iron board backs. They ain't have no ass, they ain't have no bodies. So to see a white girl with a nice butt, it's like something out of the ordinary. So of course you're going to be more attracted to that because it's something that you've never seen. Because you used to seeing your black sisters with the nice body, with the nice butts. So if you put a white girl and the black sister with the same type butt together, you're going to think the white girl butt look better because this is something that's not natural and something that you're used to seeing. That's like if you see an Asian girl with a fat butt, you're going to be like, oh shit, do you see that Asian girl body? That's because that's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? So I could just say the white girls is winning, but they really not winning because our black sisters will always be on top, will always be winners. You know what I'm saying? But I just say the white girls is winning just to start trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this, right? As far as in the health field, I got to tell you that the white girls is winning. In the health field, the white girls is winning. You know why? Because every morning when I look out the window, all I see is blonde ponytails going up and down. Those motherfuckers is running, they jogging, they doing everything that we used to do. They athletic, they in that gym. When you go in the gym, they up in there, they on that treadmill. They trying to look like us. So they outdoing us now. They outdoing us out. They outdoing our women. When I go to parties, when I go to white people parties, when I go party down Delancey Street to Pianos, to Ray's and all these different spots, the white girls is in there. They not buying out the bar. They not buying bottles. They having drinks. When you go to the black party, they got the bottle. They drinking. They getting pissy drunk. Though both sides could play the same as far as getting drunk, but white girls, they're gonna be more conservative with it. And I mean, they're not gonna be spending more money. You don't think so?
No, I got white girl wasted. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so white girl wasted, right? But the pocketbooks is trash and their pocketbooks is fat. But the black girls got a $5,000 pocketbook with $20 in it.
But that's a stereotype.
That's not no stereotype.
Yes,
that's a fact.
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on. That's a stereotype?
That's a stereotype.
Okay, so if you go to a white bar with white people in there, right? All you're going to see behind the bar is white girls' credit cards. When you go to and they just buying drinks and they sipping and they drinking through the night. When you go to a regular black club, black girls want the whole bottle. They want to see who balling. All you see is 1,000 bottles coming out. Even for the black men, we got 1,000 bottles. Oh, I spent 5 on a club last night. This and that. We wasting money.
Because there's a difference between black people and niggas. Niggas do stupid shit like that. Black people, regular black people, is not doing none of that. That's the stereotype that we got to get out of the goddamn mainstream, because that's a stereotype for all black people across the board, that we go to a club and we want to just pop bottles all day. That's not the case. Or regular black, right. 10 toes down and south. Do you go to the club and buy a bunch of bottles?
Hell no, I ain't stupid. I'm not doing
regular
that.
Black man, right? So it's a stereotype.
But I don't. But I wouldn't say
between black and niggas.
But you know what? But you know why I wouldn't say it's a stereotype? Because everything plays a part. Media plays a part. Social media, rap music, and all that. So it's all about balling out of control. Yeah, but it's all about pushing into the media about overspending and getting more than what you really have. So when you look at the black community, you can't see. Matter of fact, you know what? When you look at the black community, how do we spend today? We overspend. We spend outside of our community, and we send the money across seas to everybody else, other than our own communities.
But guess what? What you see is not what it always is. That's the whole point. Because white people, they spend their money too. But guess what? You won't see that narrative in mainstream, this, that, and all that other shit. If you look on YouTube right now, it's about 1,000 white girls spending their whole bag talking about they broke, ain't got food in their fucking house, all types of shit.
Okay, stop. But that's the point. You heard what you said? They said they broke. But like he said, they left their money home. The black girls got their money in their $5,000, Gucci bag, MCM bag. and the white girls left their money home. So you just proved this point, sister. So get pissed at me. Go ahead.
Listen, look, tax season coming around, right? How do you think black women gonna spend their money? How you think they're gonna spend their money in this tax season, black girls?
Listen, I make too much, so I gotta pay the government, so I don't get no money back. So
okay, that's you. Then don't talk about it.
Yeah, you don't need to talk no more. You got to get out of here. You're in a different tax bracket.
And you owe everybody money. Stop it, sister. Stop it. You know what I mean? Now,
make sure y'all owe the IRS $6,000 for the tax year.
Yo, what up?
You definitely ain't running around with $6,000 in your purse before the government hit you in the head and put you in jail and make you pay
it. Nah, they'll lock a nigga up now quick because they need that money. This government broke. They 20 trillion in a hole.
Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, Shaf.
Yep.
Dude asks, is the unique from power based on me? All I'm going to do is just say this. You know what I mean? That was in the early episodes, just so y'all understand. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
How the real unique was rocking.
That's a fact.
Your own assessment. You know what I mean? Because you got the rat bastards and all that. I still got mines. You know what I mean? Remember that. That's how we get down, man. You know? So this is a real gangster channel. Hey, Shaf, a matter of fact, you from up the hill, Washington Heights, where I was at doing my thing. Tell them how I used to move up in Washington Heights.
Listen, man, I just did an interview with Eon. I was just over there, man. I don't know if he told you I went up there.
Yeah.
With Eon Blick.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know if you went up there, but I put you on the link. Yeah.
Yeah, I went up there. Unique put me on the Eon Blick, man. Shout out to Eon Blick. And he asked me about it. He asked me about back in the days. He asked me about getting money, this and that. And I told him, listen, when I was hustling and I was coming up, I was looking up to Unique. He was the one people looked up to Al Pole, Rich Paul, and all of them. I looked up to Unique because I had a direct visual of this motherfucker. His baby moms is my people. So when I used to see him coming through in all different foreign joints, I told him, I said, nigga, that $1 million joint where they took it out of his car, that's real life shit, man. I was part of the whole Dirty 30 when that precinct was locking niggas up. They locked me up. I was down with a team where they was coming through extorting motherfuckers in my team. You know what I'm saying? So Unique ain't talking no propaganda shit. He ain't trying to glorify nothing. He just giving you the truth. Right. There's no glorification in this story. If he telling the truth and you feel there's glorification, then that's on you. That's your own personal feelings, because you just can't believe that a black man such as himself could come all the way from Jamaica. He giving you the hardship of himself. He came all the way from Jamaica with no bottoms on his fucking shoes, a travel fox, 100 different colors. He wasn't hip to the game. Motherfuckers was getting high, doing all kind of shit. And then they had their final day where he started getting money. He got rich, took a big fall, got life, made it out, and now he out here trying to tell y'all, you know what? Listen, you can rise from the bottom. No matter what you've been through or what you're going through, your motherfucking best day in prison can't outweigh your worst day out here in the streets, man. I don't care how much we struggling out here. There's nothing you could be doing in prison that's better than what we going through out here. I don't give a fuck if you homeless. You ain't got nothing, man. So me and him.
So much.
My bad, brother. My bad. I'm just real passionate about what I speak. Huh?
You riding, son. I know.
Yeah, I get passionate about what I speak, and I try to get my point across because black people, they understand the cussing, and I give them more attention. But like I was saying, man, the brother's a real brother, man. Ain't no need, and we don't consider, you D-riding, you with this and that. Nah, that's not how we came up. That's not how I was brought up. I follow the rules. I follow the game. I follow what Unique laid down, and that's the game I follow, bro. We don't snitch. We don't tell. We get money. We make sure everybody else getting money. We look out for one another, and that's what it's about, And that's what my channel will be about. I'll be trying to hold brothers accountable to bring people together and try to, we could build something together. We could create our own. We got YouTube. This is the biggest platform to help us create our own, where we could go off into a whole nother dimension of, forget YouTube. This is Unique Tube. Forget this tube. This is 10 Toes Tube. We can have our own channels, but it's going to take us as a whole to come together. But all these brothers don't want to come together. So that's why I'm always fighting and arguing and going through it and calling people out and telling them to meet up, because I'm really serious about this, because there was a time when me, Unique, and everybody went hard on doing the wrong thing, feeding our community all that poison and telling shorties it was cool to sell drugs. And now we going for the right thing, and now people still want to think about the wrong thing. So I'd rather die for what's right than for what I was dying, and glad I didn't die way back then for what was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give Unique his flowers now while he here, because when he gone, now everybody gonna do like they did Kevin Samuels. When he was here, the woman was hating and you this and that with the sister. Now he gone, they like, damn, they missing Kevin Samuels. They wish it was another Kevin Samuels out here. Man, ain't gonna be another Unique. That's why his name was Unique. He was the only one up in the town. Like Unique was doing shit. Unique was doing the things that I do. Like my stories ain't gonna be too much about too many black people, because that's not who I mess with. When I grew up in the hood, when I was selling drugs, when I was moving bricks and all that, my stories is with Dominicans. I didn't mess with too many black people. So that's why I don't even be putting my story out there like that, because nobody wouldn't know who I'm talking about. When I start naming names, they're gonna be like, who that? So it's the names that you don't hear, that you don't know about. All the Alpos and Rich Porters and AZs, and people forgot the Unique story. When I was locked up, I used to always tell people, what? Everybody talk about these people. Nobody mentioned Unique. So dudes in the joint that I was in, it was like, who that? We don't know Unique. I'm like, y'all don't know Unique? Mega Audio had Club 2000. Nobody was like, no, we don't know who that is. And then now everybody getting to know who Unique was. And I'm like, yeah, I've been telling y'all, B, that's people's, man. He was getting money too, man. But it's the name that you don't know about, you don't hear about, is out there. Homeboy, Scarface, what he said? He said the fat dude over there was one of the richest dudes in the club. He said, but you don't underestimate the under guys green. It's the underdogs and the people who you don't hear about that got all the money. It's mad dudes in Harlem that was getting money and had a lifestyle that you wouldn't even hear about. You don't even know about Leon Akins. Nobody don't even know who that is. Leon Akins, nobody don't know who that is. But he was one of the main dope distributors in Harlem, one of the multi-millionaires. He dealt with Raymond Martinez, one of the biggest number runners that was with the mafia. And they don't know he was the one that was getting all the dope from to the army that was sneaking it in. They did the story on this dude, American Gangster. Yeah, that was Leon Akins that was doing that, man. They don't know about Leon Akins. He was the one that was doing it. He was the multi. You look his name up, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's crazy, man. These are the names you don't know about, you don't hear about. And when it comes to Unique Mega Audio, the name you don't hear about. His story's crazy. I'm surprised he ain't trying to get a movie script. You, your brother, and the feds killing him. That's a movie in itself. The feds killed his brother for what? The how it all started, coming from Jamaica and all that. You see all them dudes from Jamaica, the story they do with them, the showers and all them, and the spanglers and them. Come on, man. You got to give the man.
10 toes down, right? I forgot they call you 10 toes down. My bad. Hey, 10 toes down. Check, right? They don't understand. I just told them that I had a homie that killed his father to take his weed spot.
Yeah.
And his stepmother was there, but he kind of liked the chick. So he didn't kill the stepmother. You know what I mean? But he killed his daddy, took the spot. Then the stepmother became a state witness and was telling on the son that liked her a lot and didn't even kill her. He didn't kill her, but he killed his own father, but he didn't kill his stepmother. Then the stepmother went and started being a state witness, and then he went and killed her too and beat the case. You know what I mean? That's the world we come from, man.
Yeah, and bro.
I can't judge him for his choices. Somebody put up there, do I respect what Alpo did to Rich? Yo, my nigga, whatever a nigga feel that he need to do and whatever rules he make for himself, you know what I mean? That's on him. I can't judge the next man's rules because I got mine and Shaft got his. Like the other day, I was in Brooklyn with C. Franklin. C. Franklin and them called me. I went over there. You know what I mean? I know them good peoples. Black Knowledge come to the parties with me. I was at New Year's, Christmas. You know what I mean? I've been in Legends a number of times. Black Knowledge, my man. Brooklyn, my man. You understand? But the homie 10 toes down and C. Franklin, whatever they going through, I'm not gonna say they got an issue because he could say it himself. But whatever they going through, when I went over there to go see him, See, Franklin, that was on me seeing him and them because we have our own relationship. And whatever he has over here or whatever he got over there, we don't cross the two of those. But at no time would I let either one stand in front of me and disrespect the other one. So when dude men say, "Oh, I did this," and he said something about 10 toes, hold up, stop. We don't do that. You know what I mean? Whatever you got with him, that's on you and him. And that's the way we supposed to defend our brothers. We don't feed in it because I'm in Brooklyn. I'm gonna say, yeah, forget my 10 toes down. Well, come on, dog. Then I'm being fake. Right or wrong, 10 toes speak on that so they understand how this thing go, man. Instead of just
that's the fact, man. I mean, you always gonna have people that's gonna be chatty patty and gonna want to talk about a brother. And in a nutshell, when it comes to me, when it comes to Unique, we motherfuckers sincere in our part my French. We sincere in what we do and what we say, and we really for the struggle and the uplifting of our people. And we came to this platform because we felt our voices could be heard and we got a story. So when Unique was in Brooklyn and they was doing a story, the brother started to like slight my name. And Unique did what he was supposed to do. He stepped up. Yo, hold on, wait a minute, man. I hope there ain't no shot at my man 10 toes down. You know, the dude tried to clean it up, though. You know it was to try to be a shot at me. And mad people gonna take shots. And that's not the field that Unique is in. He about bringing things, you know what I'm saying, at a closure once it's said. He nipping in the butt right there. But with me, it would have turned out different with me. You know, but Unique platform, that's not what he used it for. My platform, I use that for that. You got beef, okay, let's go through it. Let's go through it. Let's argue, fight, whatever it is at the end. Let's work it out. And a lot of people don't want to work it out. And I believe this is what I believe. I believe that a lot of us as black people, as black kids coming up to be black men, we didn't have fathers in our lives, and we don't know what it is to take advice or be scolded by a man. So when we got a man telling us to do right, opposed to now, if we were telling somebody to do wrong, it'd be cool. We could listen to that. Like, oh yeah, all right, son, yeah, OG. But if you tell them to do right and be firm in what you're saying, now it becomes like, yo, who you think I am? Yo, who you think you is, son? Who you think you talking to like that? And it's not that we coming at you disrespectful of trying to shoot you down. Though we have to shoot you down to build you back up. When you building up a whole new neighborhood, you got to knock down all them old buildings. You got to knock down all them old spirits that's within you, and you got to rebuild. So it's going to take brick by brick. We're going to need new rocks, new dirt, new bricks. We got to build a stronger foundation, and that's what it is with us as black people and my people who I deal with on my sector of the YouTube. You know, I'm about. I can come on here, I can hold you accountable, and I can break you down. But at the end of the day, I'm about leaving something positive to build you back up. I don't want to break you down and leave you there. Then what I got? I ain't got nothing. I got a scolded, heartbroken man, you know? And that's what we've been on our lives. And I do understand what we go through as black men in our neighborhoods. And I do understand that we are suffering from mental health, which is a big issue, and that's something that needs to be spoke about more on all of these channels. The mental health that us as black men that we go through, the inferiority, the pain, and everything that we feel and that we go through that we don't express, that we don't know how to express. But that's why I say you need the Unique Mega Audios, 10 Toes Down, and all these people to help bring that out of you. You know, because we're not gonna take what you're saying personal. I'm here to be your ear. I'm here to be your comfort. I'm here to be the shoulder to cry on, man. Because when we was in the joint, that's how we moved. I don't know what Unique went through exactly day by day, but I can't identify what he went through because I'm sure, and he was in the feds. I'm in the state. I'm sure we going through the same thing. We had an oppressor. We had somebody that told us when we could eat, shit, sleep, gargle, and spit. We had somebody that was telling us to strip naked, looking at our assholes when we never seen our own assholes, but it was just a white guy up there, about 30 of them, that could tell us what our assholes look like. We don't know what our assholes look like. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand the story of Unique Audio, me, and all the other brothers that been through the struggle that come home and didn't glorify it. We just out here to tell a story and give you the truth about the ugliness and horrors of prison, the ugliness and horrors of these streets, and that a lot of people ain't ready for it.
That way, if you don't agree with what we're saying, when we talking about the codes and principles and how we lived and how I'm talking about a son killed a father, they killed a stepmother. If you don't agree with none of that and think that's some sick shit, then you on the right path, right or wrong, Chose.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Then you on the
Hell
right
yeah.
path, my nigga. But
Yo, hold on. I'm just really looking at the video. I'm over here talking, but I ain't even really looking at it. Is that my man? What? Baby, what happened? You on there? You over here sitting here quiet? You ain't even shout me out. Yo, what the hell,
I
man?
did. I said 10 was good. I
Hey,
said
yo,
10 was
Boogie,
good.
man, stop playing with me, B. I didn't even know that was fucking bad.
Yeah,
Yo.
10 is a real brother, man. Like always reaches out. You know what I mean? Like we got a lot of history to make. Even we're unique, like with the parties and all that. 10 reaches out. 10 is a real one. Period. And Boogie Black state the facts. 10 is a real one. I just seen him not recently, maybe about 2 months ago, and all I could do was smile. I said, "Yo, 10 man, whenever you need me, it's a go."
Yeah.
We was on
Yeah,
Grand
bro.
Concourse. We was on the Grand Concourse.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
a
like,
fact.
I
That's
said,
a fact,
10,
bro.
keep doing what you do. It's a go though. And he reached out to me like, Boogie man, let's do this party thing.
Yeah.
And you know, that spot closed down, but now we got new spots to hit up. And like I said, 10 Toes Down is a real brother, just like my brother Unique. And I can't wait to make history with the brothers, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Word.
But see, that's what they don't really understand though, is that you know, we come from the era where, like he said, 10 Toes Down is younger than me, so he stood on the sidelines while I was older doing my thing, and he respected my hustle. And even though I was gone, he didn't say, F that nigga, I'm bigger than him now. I've been out longer than him. I got more money than him. I'm doing more than him. I got more views than him. I got more than that. I had the YouTube and had 15,000 subscribers. 10 Toes Down started his YouTube, right? He went up to like 2,000, 3,000. I said, oh, I see you started YouTube. He said, yeah, you know, these dudes out here faking. I'm going to do me, da, da, da. You know, then I looked up and he had 6,000. I'm like, whoa. So I called him. I said, yo, family, you're doing real good, but I think you should A, B, and C. My opinion. I said, it's on you what you do, but, you know, whatever it is, like when you talk to some, matter of fact, I let him know if you're going to hold somebody accountable, show receipts. You know what I mean? And this man go down to the courthouse. He go sit in court cases, shit that I would never even do, because I'm not even gonna get into all that. I don't care what a person did and all that. Just tell me who you are, and we're gonna get cut through the chase. I don't care about the mechanics of what it did. If you ratted, just say you ratted. I'm not gonna ask you who you ratted on, why you rat, why you felt that way. I don't need to know nothing about a rat. I just need to know it's a rat. Then when I see it going down the street, I go on the other side. If I'm standing up and a rat run out to get a crumb, something to eat, meaning, you know, tell on somebody, whatever, I stay where I'm at and I'm in my lane. I stay still and I pray to God the nigga don't come nibble off my goddamn shoes. You know what I mean? But at least I know it's a rat and I know how to deal with the rat. And that's it. But I don't go around saying, oh, this was a rat. I don't like him. I don't this, I don't that. No, I don't like a rat bastard that can't admit that they're a rat. When you don't admit you're a rat, then you're a bastard. Because now you don't know who your daddy is. You don't know what side you on. You know what I mean? That's where the bastard come in at. So you understand. That's why I came up with the rat bastard. You know? A dude hit me up, right? Seth, he got 1 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude hit me up on YouTube, said, man, I love to get you on my show. I like to get you on my show. I sat him one response. My response is, are you a rat, or you a rat bastard, or you a man or man? You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah, and if I do decide to get on the show, I'm sure he'll bring it up. But that's how I had to let him know. Let me know so I know how to move accordingly. Don't have me come on your show when you're a rat, because then you'll be a rat bastard. And then now we got because now people say, man, you went on this rat show and didn't know you're a rat. If I know you're a rat, then I can get on the show and I can say whatever. What you did is what you did, but I'm here to talk to the youth. And that's it.
Yeah.
But don't have me go up there calling you, you know, family and all of this, and you know that, you know, you's a rat, because I know who you are. You got a platform, you got 1 million views, so I can reach 1 million people. You understand? So all that, don't get on the rat channel, don't do this, don't do that. No, just tell me who you are and I know how to deal with you. Then I know what I can say around you, because if you say the wrong shit or some rat shit, I'm going in your mouth. And that's it.
Yeah.
And they're going to capture all that on YouTube. I watched the video when I was in Virginia, right, Shab? It was a young boy with dreads. I sent it to my kids, man. I got to go through it and find it. It was dope. It was a young boy that was there talking, and they asked him, he was a rapper, and they asked him what he think about his homie, you know, and, you know, the homosexual, excuse me, the He Cypher, Monkey Cypher, you know, title they was putting on him. You understand? And dude said straight up, he said, yo, he answered it. He said, man, whatever he do is what he do. So dude answered it, and that was that, right? But then the dude tried to push the envelope, and this little young dude couldn't have been no more than 21. He pulled out a little machine gun with extender on it that he had a T-shirt on. I don't know where he concealed that the dude didn't know was on it, but he pulled it out and held it right in the camera, and just seeing it in the camera, I ducked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he pulled that joint out and held it at the camera, I ducked. I go, oh shit. You know what I mean? So I can imagine what dude across from him sat, and he asked the dude, are we really trying to go there? You know what I mean? Because he tried to push the issue on his man and whatever they were saying about him being a He Cypher, Monkey Cypher. But he pointed at him and said, man, we really trying to go there. And he held to that young boy, and he was dead serious. And then the dude said, he said, yo, I'm going to ask you one last time. And then the dude said, all right, I'm going to leave that alone. Next question. So the dude said, all right, and he put the joint back in his pants, and he went back to a beautiful interview. That was a gangster, because he wasn't in his emotions. He was just handling his business. You violated me.
Wow.
No, right or wrong, Chad. Talk to him about that. You understand, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You can't be trying to pry and push and do all this other shit, because what they be trying to do is they be trying to make you to be like what that person is, or make you not stand on solid ground. Like, all right, my man did what he did. That's my man, but that's him. That ain't me. Don't mix me up with him. You know what I'm saying? Don't mix me up with that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like this was crazy, right? Dudes talked all that Alpo talk, yo, and Alpo, this and that. When he came home, I used to love when Alpo came into Red Rooster. I loved it. You know what that did? That separated them suckers. Yeah, that's a fact. That separated them talkers. All you talkers, even I remember when you did your joint, Unique, the little interview, niggas come, yeah, what's up with your man? What's up? Ain't none with him. Alpo told, Unique ain't tell. What the fuck with him doing the interview with him got to do with him? If Poe didn't die, listen, if Poe didn't die, Poe promised me, he said, yo, because I looked out for Poe one time. He was like, yo, you saved my life, bro. He promised me, I'm going to give you the most exclusive interview, P. He wound up getting killed. But I would have been doing an exclusive video with him, right? And the people would have been like, you messing with a rat. You messing with all y'all messing with rats. Who y'all know? Y'all don't know who the rat? You in the gang? It's 1,000 of y'all, 700 is rats. Just because it ain't on paper yet, get busted. When the fans come, everybody telling. Yeah. I know I ain't no rat. Ain't nothing on me. I don't care if I say hi to a rat. If I say hi to a drunk, that mean I'm a drunk. If I say hi to a crackhead, I'm a crackhead too. Like, you ain't gonna make me guilty by association when you know with the code that I stood on and where I come from. So you're not gonna put me part of that. And if you do, then you know what? If we ain't meet up yet, we can meet up. And I'll smack the shit out of you. We could turn this shit into something else. As far as physical, I'll beat the shit out of you. And that's my thing too. Let's keep it. If we gonna get physical, put the guns down. I don't want no problem with guns. I already know and showed you what I could do with a gun. I don't want no gun beef with guns. I'm trying to do it with the hands. We can settle the score like men, and we can live another day. And then we could go have a drink or have some breakfast or something and just kick it out. We could be cool after that. But you're going to respect me. You're going to respect my footprints. That's what you gonna respect, bro. And I don't want you to respect me because of the past or what I've been through. You gonna respect what I stand on today. I stand on family. I stand on love. I stand
That's right.
on values, morals. I stand on principle, and I stand on freedom, bro. I want to see us all free. You seen that video where I ran down on the brother, right? He was talking
I
shit about
seen
me
that.
for 2 years on YouTube.
Mhm.
Got all kind of pictures of me up there, just making up all kind of stuff. I said, all right, wait till I run into him. Ran into him, whole language changed. He ain't even know English no more. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going off and I said, I'm gonna give you a fair one. Man, you throw your hands up. I'll beat the shit out of you right now. Let's fight. Throw your hands up. I'll give you a fair one. And I said, the reason why I'm doing because you a black man. And I don't want another spirit standing over my bed, giving me nightmares and me jumping up in the middle of the night. Dudes talk all this murder shit. Y'all don't know about murder. Y'all ain't no real killers. I know real killers, and I was a real killer. And I know at night, bro, it's hard to sleep. The spirits chasing you. Got anxiety attacks, all kind of shit going on in your life. I got all kind of spirits chasing me, B. Get out of here. And I don't want another
Yo,
one
Shaq.
because
Yo,
I know
Shaq.
your spirit gonna be a
Yo,
bad spirit. You ain't gonna chase me till I'm
Right.
done.
yo, Shaq.
Yo,
Listen. I
Wait, here
keep
go one.
pick on. Oh, go ahead,
Here
Boogie.
go
My
one
bad.
real quick. Like when you standing on honor, like y'all both, I know both of y'all. I gotta go with age and do this party real quick, but y'all stand on honor, right? This is where this is serious. Remember the spot that we was doing unique Lenox Avenue when the Beamer came out
Yeah,
on Lenox.
yeah.
138.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hosting the party. Poe walks in. But
Mm-hmm.
before he walk in, my man says to me, which is his man, he said, "Yo, Boogie, I got 500 for you. Somebody's about to walk in, and I need you to shout him out."
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know who he was talking about. Nothing. I didn't know nothing. I just took the 5, and he said, "I'm gonna signal you when I'm bringing them through the door, because you can see through the window. Remember that spot right there." Now you know me, I'm like the ringleader of the microphone pause, to rock the party. The Jeeps pull up. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I know that. Okay, hold on. When he walked in, I told my man, which is his man, I said, "Come here." I said, "I don't think that it would be smart to just shout him out right then and there as he's walking in the party. It wouldn't be smart."
Mm-hmm.
I seen my man to this day. He said, "Boogie, I super respect you on that because you didn't just take the money. You didn't just go, yo. None of that. Because like I said, I don't know what went on between both of them. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I see both parties and both families and both crews, and I just want to be the one that mind his mofo business."
There you go.
And we stand on that for real. You even when you came home, like, Boogie, that mind your mofo business record is real.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, and like even when I saw 10, I said, "Yo, 10, man, whatever you doing, man, just keep doing what you doing." And he just laughed and was like, "All right, Boogie," and walked away. I said, "Yo, I seen that incident,
So
10.
give us
I
a verse
seen
for
it."
Mind Your Mofo. Give us a verse, son. Give us a verse.
No, I mean, it's just like when somebody be like, "Yo, hey, yo, what you doing? Why you want to know what I'm doing? You can do it too. You better mind your mofo business and shut the fuck up."
There you go.
See, when he walked in, the $500 didn't even matter to me. I knew to shut the fuck up because you don't play one side when you don't know what happened between both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Boogie is always hosting parties, and Boogie, I know what to say and when to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people just don't know how to shut the fuck up. That's their problem. And that's what 10 is saying. I saw all that homie was doing. I don't know how he got the balls or paws or, but like me and Yui was talking about earlier, motherfuckers would just come and visit you. It wasn't no back and forth on no internet. It's like, yo, let's meet halfway. We can meet neutral. And they gonna get down. And then the rest of it is history. It wasn't no pillow talking. It wasn't none of that. And I was around. I was there. It wasn't no pillow talking, nigga. It was let's meet up in that motherfucking basketball court.
Stop
and
using
we're gonna handle it. Oh, look. You don't have me sing my record, so now yo. But no, long story short, like I wanted to say, man, like this was epic. I don't even be doing this stuff, man. My boy Yui, we had another topic, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna do
I'm
it
about to go
time.
meet Age. We definitely gonna talk about that topic, but I just want you to know, 10, you're a real one, unique, you're a real one. Boogie Black state the facts. I can't wait. I think I might go to the studio tomorrow and just make a record shouting my brothers out.
All right.
All right.
But I can honestly admit that both my brothers is real. I love y'all, all right?
All right, salute, kid.
All right,
I
bro,
love
salute.
Boogie.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. So that was Boogie Black, man. But where I was going at before I gave Boogie Black the floor, Chad started out, I had 15,000. He started off with like 2,000. Then I looked up, he had 6,000. Then he had 12,000. He right behind me. I'm like at 18. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, you doing your thing. I congratulated him. And I even gave him some lights with the green screen and all that I got behind me.
Yeah.
And didn't charge him $1. Didn't ask him for $1. You understand? For him to elevate, because I want when he get up to 50,000, I could go and say, yo, Shaft, get me on your joint so I could get some of that 50,000 views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I call him and say, yo, Shaft, say my name so that some of that 50,000 come towards me. You know what I mean? And he was right on my neck. Then I had like 25,000 and Shaft hit like 22,000. I'm like, whoa, nigga getting close. But I wasn't hating. I started smiling. I called him. I said, yo, you on my neck. You know what I mean? And we laughing.
Yeah.
And then he got on one of them dudes' podcasts with all the, what was his name? The big one? The one that they forced into being a podcaster. That they were talking trash about him.
Which one?
The one that wasn't even in the YouTube and podcast, but they were talking about him, so he went ahead and did a podcast. And he was beefing with everybody. Because you got on his show, the big dude, man, it's a black dude, might have been an ex-football player, basketball player or something.
Oh, Kwame Brown.
That's it. When you got on that nigga joint, he ran past me like 32.
Yeah. That shot my joint up.
Yeah, and I'm like on 25,000. And I called him and congratulated him. I didn't sit back hating on him. I congratulated him. I said, yo, my nigga, you done passed me. I said, that's what's up. You know what I mean? So that just made me go in the lab and put more into what I was doing on the positiveness, because Shaft was dealing with holding people accountable. And then I said, Shaft held somebody accountable, and another YouTuber got mad because I spoke the facts and they wanted to make a video about me. I thought that was this thing. You know what I mean? And I even shouted out that YouTuber after that, because I don't have a problem with none of them. But all you got to do is reach out to me. You beefing with Shaft lane. I'm not in the lane of the beef. So I'm neutral to that. When everybody came to Club 2000, Mary Jane is there. Niggas be on the block having shootouts all day. 11 o'clock at night, they come up to Club 2000. The same ones that were trying to kill each other all day on the block, now they're in Club 2000, drinking bottles of champagne up in Club 2000 with Unique make audio, and the beef is on the block. But when they're around Unique, they leave it alone. And then when they leave and go back to the block, it's on. Nigga might even tell them in the club, yo, you know when we leave Unique joint, nigga, you know I'm going to shoot you in your face. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm going to shoot you in your face, nigga.
Non-violent.
That's how real it was.
Non-violent.
You right there, right or wrong though, man. How many enemies you seen in Club 2000?
It's mutual.
A lot. Everybody got together because they knew when they got there it wasn't even about that. But the other great thing is I think you was the first one that made people pay $100 for sneakers. I thought that was a real big deal.
Oh, you already know. Because listen, if I charge $100 for sneakers, only person gonna complain is a broke nigga.
Right. And we
the nigga that got money ain't crying about paying no $100 if he got on flip-flops, which none of my homies gonna wear flip-flops. None of my homies gonna do that. But it don't matter what he wearing. But when you charge a price and you say Tim's and sneakers $100, you got real niggas that's gonna come on purpose with Tim's and sneakers. So when they go to the bar, the
Yeah.
females know that the ones with the Timbs and sneakers, that nigga paid $100 to get in. Because then I let the shiny bottom shoes niggas come in free before 10. You know what I mean? So you see a nigga with shiny bottom shoes and a nice suit, you know that nigga came early to get in for that cheap price you geek offered. But now when a nigga sitting there with Timbs and a pair of sneakers at 1 in the morning, the females know who to holler at. First thing they do is look down at their feet. Oh, that nigga wearing shiny bottom shoes. That nigga been here since 10 o'clock. I know his feet hurting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
Word.
Because you know how you go to a club and you ready to go in and the dude tell you, like that crap they tell you at South Fuego, you can't wear a baseball cap in.
Yeah.
Nigga, here's $100, man. I'm going. They so dumb, they don't even know how to take the $100 for the cap. Instead of letting niggas sneak it in, get it in for free, and lose $100.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know,
that's it. I was saying Charles 50. I was saying Charles 54 cap.
Yeah.
Then 100 for the Timbs, like you did.
Yeah.
They don't even want to do that. They stupid.
Yeah. Because they not hustlers, my nigga.
Yeah.
Because niggas gonna get them in anyway.
Yep.
But now you know when you go in there, any nigga wearing a baseball cap, you know what I mean? You know that nigga got the bag because he paid that extra 50 at the door.
Yeah.
Instead, they got niggas sneaking them in and now the cap ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
Now the females is confused. You know what I mean? When you could have helped the females out by separating the cap wearers with the bag from the broke niggas without the cap.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, Mayley? Speak on that as a female. Oh, her shit froze up. Look at her. But anyway, yo, Shaft, you good, son? Yo, hit me up. When that Ian Big joint coming out?
Definitely, I got you, bro. He gonna let me know. He gonna hit me when it's ready to pop.
I'm gonna call you later on. Big dude called me, but you know I had to ask him if he was a rat bastard. You know me, son.
All right.
You know
Yeah.
But it would be a nice joint to get on. But you know what I mean? Nigga got to make sure he know what he dealing with. You know, so I have the choice. You know.
All right, so hit me, B.
All right, family, love you, homie.
I love you. Stay up, B.
All right, one. So that's where we at, man. Unique Make Audio, man. We was here. I just brought my family on for me. I don't even like this live and all this crap because, you know, it was real cool and peaceful, but I like making it pre-recorded and just give you straight, you know, me riding and all that. But, you know, until the end, man, you know what it is. I'm about to tap out. All right.